Hello, this is Giant Tank 1400, and this is Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 1 review. The name of the episode is Ambush. Now, you might be thinking, why are you doing Star Wars The Clone Wars? Well, on my channel, I want a series that I review that's like All Grown Up, and then a series that's action-based, that's a cartoon action, like Star Wars The Clone Wars. So it took me a long time to actually get this started because, I'm busy and everything. However, I do plan on doing one episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars a week and two episodes of All Grown Up a week until All Grown Up ends, and then I'll start something else. So anyway, this episode, for our first episode, wasn't the greatest in terms of seeing like the main characters and all that stuff. However, it was really good to actually see Yoda in action. He's a main contender in Star Wars in the Clone Wars, and then we also got to see Ventress, and Count Dooku, which are two of the main villains besides Grievous that we get to see, and of course Darth Sidious, but he's like cloaked behind the scenes, so it doesn't really matter that much if we got to see him or not. So the plot is that Count Dooku sends Asajj Ventress and a small portion of his army or whatever to stop Yoda from making agreements with the Tartarians, or I'm really not sure on how to pronounce the names. I mean, I could rewatch and everything, and maybe I will start, but I think the Tartarians with their king to kind of make arrangements because Yoda was going to meet with him so that he could join the Republic because he's neutral at this point. And it's a strategic location apparently for the Clone Wars. At least that's what I was reading about. Anyway, so Asajj Ventress makes a surprise meeting with him and arrives before Yoda and makes this agreement that if Asajj Ventress troops are able to stop Yoda and the three stormtroopers he's with, then the Tartarians will join the Separatists. Grandmaster Yoda, of course, agrees to this, and he, of course, succeeds in defeating the tactics of Asajj Ventress, even though it wasn't a fair fight to Asajj Ventress, surprise attack and everything. It's kind of why the episode is called Ambush. Anyway, so it ends up that Yoda comes, saves the king from Asajj Ventress, and he ends up joining the Republic. One thing I really like about these episodes is that they have a line at the beginning, and I'm not always going to get them right. I should actually write them down, and probably I'll start next week. I'm kind of rushed this week, so I'm trying to get this out. However, it says something about a good leader will inspire others to be better or something down those lines, and that's exactly what Yoda does. He inspires each one of his stormtroopers. He addresses them by name. I didn't look him up, I really should, and he gives them advice that ends up helping them on their journey to make their own decisions. It was pretty great, and the stormtrooper stated that I think we all learned something. So that was really great. It was really good to see Yoda in that leader position. He's like the mentor of kind of the Star Wars universe, sorta, as he's the grand master and everything like that. So it was really good to see him pass on wisdom to these stormtroopers. Now, animation wise, I think the animation was okay. It's obviously better than All Grown Up for the most part, except Star Wars The Clone Wars has this it's a little bit blocky. Now it is kind of old. I think it started about the time that All Grown Up ended, so it's kind of in that transition phase, and I don't know if the animation improves, but you can kind of see by Yoda's face, looks a little blocky, kind of like if you're playing an N64 game, maybe a little bit advanced, maybe GameCube system. The faces look a little blocky, even the environment's not as textured as well. However, it is good to see different environments as you explore the galaxy. It's really good to see an artist's imagination of what alien worlds would look like. So that's always good to see a different alien world in an artistic representation of it. Now, I thought the action was pretty good. It was really good to see like Yoda just kind of meditate there, and the droids, not knowing what to do, they contacted Asajj Ventress, and Ventress was like, after the droids were like, he's just standing there. Ventress was like, shoot him now. She knew that he was like contacting the Force and everything like that. So Yoda just kind of kicks butt. It's always good to see Yoda kick butt. We don't really see it enough in the movies. We got to see in the second one him like fight Count Dooku, which is kind of epic because that's his fallen apprentice. And then in you got to see him fight Darth Sidious. However, the fight, it didn't go on that long, like, because they focused on Anakin versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. So now, from like a Christian standpoint, now first and foremost, I'll talk about this in detail when it becomes more relevant. But the Force as a religion, I don't agree with, and I'll explain why in a later episode when it's more relevant. Obviously, not that relevant here. However, I will say that it's their thing at the beginning, the moral of it takes a good leader. A good leader inspires others to be better. That is awesome, and it's a good moral to learn. It's a good lesson to learn that to be a good leader, you're not just like laying down the hammer and making people work. You actually inspire others to get better. You actually have that mentor-mentee relationship going on. That's what like a good leader is really about. And really, like, there's a lot of bosses out there, like a lot of different bosses that really don't do this. They don't aspire others to be better. I mean, a lot of times bosses just, like I said, lay down the hammer and that's it. So it was really good to see that. Anyway, as a first episode, it was good to see Yoda. I mean, it definitely has some drawbacks in the animation and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm gonna give the episode a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think it deserves anything higher. I don't think it deserves anything lower. It was just alright. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.